This is a user review of a BXT Chinese carbon mountain bike frame, which I bought a year ago. I've currently driven about 22,500 kilometers with it, which is approximately 1,500 miles. This is the bike in its current form. It has undergone some modifications as compared to when I built it. One of the things I changed are the grips. I replaced them by foam grips. And I also replaced the aluminium handlebar with a carbon handlebar. I also replaced the saddle by a more lightweight saddle from carbon and with titanium rails. And I mounted a side loader bottle cage because otherwise you can't put the bottle in there. And I replaced the pedals by a couple of egg beater pedals from Crank Brothers. The bike has performed very well in the last year. There have been no issues. I also found out that the bike is extremely quick. I originally intended to use it more as a relaxed cruiser, but I soon found out that actually it's quicker than my hardtail, which has a more aggressive geometry. Probably this is due to the fact that the bike gives more confidence in corners and you can corner harder with this bike as compared to as I would dare with my hardtail. The only issue I have had, but it's not really an issue, is that after about 2,000 kilometers, cracks started, or squeaks started to appear when the rear suspension was used. This was due to the fact that the bolts needed to be greased up again, which holds the damper in place. But that's probably usual care that you have to do. But I wasn't familiar with the care that a full suspension bike requires. The chain was also replaced. I use now a original Shimano SLX chain. Initially it had a KMC chain from AliExpress, but I found out that it was much weaker. I snapped it at a couple of occasions and then I was tired of it and replaced it by an original Shimano chain, and ever since it has been fine. The Crank Brother egg beater pedals are very light. They look great. The only problem, however, is that they seem to be less durable than comparable Shimano SPD pedals. I already, on my hardtail, wore out the bearings of two pedals. You can replace them, but when you buy this entry-level Crank Brother egg beater pedals, it really doesn't make sense to buy a replacement set of bushings, because, well, for a little bit more you have a complete new set of pedals, inclusive clips. This is the carbon handlebar. It's 720 mils wide. I kept the same width. The front suspension fork has been great. It's a Suntour Exxon front fork with a hollow crown. You saw a patch on the down tube of the frame with some duct tape that is merely there to protect the frame. Otherwise, if the steering, the handlebar moves, it will hit the frame. Thanks for watching. See you next time.